Welcome back, Boops here, in the game room, back with another pickups video, this time for the PSP, arguably my favorite system, maybe next to the PlayStation Vita. In today's video, we'll go through all the games I picked up, look at gameplay, and hopefully learn a new thing or two. I enjoy making these videos because it gives me a reason to actually play the games I collect. I get to record some gameplay, and I also do a little research online before I make these videos. So sit back, relax, and I hope you guys enjoy going down memory lane with some PSP games. Starting off with Tactics Ogres Let Us Cling Together. This is a turn-based RPG released in 2010 in Japan, 2011 North America. It's developed and published by Square Enix. This is a remake of the 1995 game on Famicom from Japan. It was later released in North America on the PS2 in '98. The PSP remake has some gameplay changes and additions from the original. It has a really nice art style, which I like. And the game was also remastered for modern consoles in 2022 with Tactics Ogre Reborn.
Behold, the Valerian Isles, jewels of the Iberos Sea, long a center of naval commerce. The people here have struggled throughout history for dominion over these shores. Finally, there rose a man to put an end to this conflict. His name, Dogalawa Oberith, but history would know him as the Dynast King.
Next we have Snoopy vs. the Red Baron. This is a 2006 flight combat game developed by Smart Bomb Interactive and published by Namco Bandai. It's the second game in the Snoopy Ace Pilot series. It's about Snoopy's alter ego and fantasies during World War I.
Sometimes he dreams he's a famous writer, or sometimes a tennis pro. I'm never really sure what Snoopy is dreaming. Right now, I'm pretty sure he's a World War I flying ace.
There are other Peanut characters that appear in the game as officers and pilots.
I can't believe in this story Snoopy made me the janitor.
It's a really fun, cool idea that I have no idea who came up with. We have Marvel Superhero Squad, a 2009 beat-em-up. The PSP and PS2 versions were developed by Mass Media and published by THQ. There are also Wii and DS versions with different developers. It has a very unique art style with this cartoonish, deformed versions of all the characters. It's actually based on the toy line and a TV show, which I've never seen or heard of. The gameplay seems alright, but I didn't play too long. Next we have Metal Gear Solid Portable Ops, a 2006 stealth game developed by Kojima and Konami. It's set after Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater. The main difference is that it has 4-player squad missions. You can knock out and capture enemies to join your team. And it has an online mode that can affect your single-player roster. It also had a really cool feature where you could attain special recruits through Wi-Fi hotspots or the PSP GPS add-on. Really cool for its time.
Who are you? My name is Lieutenant Cunningham. Until 4 weeks ago, I was with the CIA.
Cunningham? Fox Unit's interrogation specialist?
Ah, so you have heard of me. I'm honored, Snake.
And those guys who attacked me, they were Fox too?
Yeah, although we'll leave it at that for now.
We also have Metal Gear Solid Portable Ops Plus, released in 2007. It's an expansion to the first game. You can transfer and use your old save file. It replaces the story with an Infinity Mission mode, and it also has online multiplayer. One of my favorite PSP games, we have Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker. It's a 2010 stealth game developed by Kojima and Konami. My second PSP was the Peace Walker Limited Edition after my Star Wars one was stolen. I never tried a Metal Gear Solid game, but I loved this. The game takes place in 1974. There are main missions as well as base management. Just like in Portable Ops, you can capture enemies. The Photon recovery system was one of my favorite. You'd attach a balloon to a downed enemy and watch him fly straight up into the air. The cutscenes in this game I actually thought were really cool. It has dope boss fights, dope story, dope gameplay. Amazing game all around.
Like the ones used to measure radiation exposure?
The radio man was wearing one. And whoever he was talking to called the cargo spears.
Wait, that would mean...
Nukes. They're bringing nukes into Costa Rica.
Holy Mother of God.
We got Fight Night Round 3, Boxing on the Go, released in 2005, developed by EA Chicago, published by EA Sports. Most people loved the new graphics and gameplay. The PSP version was the weakest. The PS3 version had a first-person mode. The game looks and plays well on the PSP, and it's pretty cool for a handheld. We got Need for Speed Undercover, a racing game from 2008, developed by Piranha Games, published by EA. You play as an undercover police officer investigating a criminal syndicate. It got mixed reviews on release, and in 2021, it is no longer available for digital purchase in any stores.
Your recent undercover operation posing as a wheelman to bust car thieves has been exceptional. But these local police stings can take months, if not years, to execute. I don't have that kind of time. We only have a couple of weeks. The FBI is stepping in. I'll be your new point person. We suspect one of the local street racing crews may be involved with an international smuggling ring.
Look, lady, pardon me for butting in here, but these kind of crews, they just don't go do that sort of
Keller,
thing.
my office doesn't care about turbocharged street thugs. We're looking to recover evidence that we believe is linked to a shipment of cars stolen from the dock a few weeks ago. This evidence will convict a network of crime lords in half a dozen countries. Now they're going to need a wheelman. Your job is to drive. My job is to get you in.
We have My Spanish Coach. This is an educational game from 2008, developed by Sensory Sweep Studios and published by Ubisoft. It has lessons and minigames. It got sequels in the form of a level 2 intermediate version. It was praised for teaching language, but criticized for being repetitive, which is kind of what learning language is. But anyways. We got Lego Batman, released in 2008. It's a Lego action-adventure game developed by Traveler's Tale and published by Warner Bros. Interactive. It's similar to the previous Lego games, like Indiana Jones and Star Wars, back when the Lego games were actually good. But Batman had original story, and it was good enough to get 2 sequels and a villain spin-off. We got Madden 08, released in 2007. It's a football game developed by EA Tiburon, if I pronounced that correctly, and published by EA Sports. We gotta have all the sports games on PSP. I think this was the game that Scott the Woz would constantly bring up as a joke, just randomly out of nowhere. We also have Madden 10. Why not?
Football is a sport where big moments define the outcome of a game. Make every moment count as you claw and scratch your way to recover loose balls and determine what team has the right to take possession with the new Fumble Recovery minigame.
Untold Legends Brotherhood of the Blade, a 2005 launch title for the PSP. It's a third-person action RPG developed and published by Daybreak Game Company. You can play the game co-op up to 4 players, and it looks pretty cool. We got Hot Shots Golf 2, a 2008 golf game from the famous series, developed by Clap Hands, published by Sony. Online, 16 players can play together on a single course, which is pretty cool for a PSP. I found this game sealed. We have Trine, Can I Really Be the Hero? Released in 2008 in Japan, 2009 in North America. It's developed and published by Nippon Ichi Software. It's a 2D side-scrolling comedy platform video game. It's a popular game a couple of my friends were really into. It is a spin-off title in the Disgaea series, and it was re-released on Nintendo Switch in 2020 with Trine 1, 2, Exploded, and Reloaded. We have a couple imports, starting with Kamen Rider Climax Heroes. Released in 2011, it's a Japanese fighting game developed by Aiding and Bandai Namco. It was also released on the Wii. This was a gift from my buddy who visited Japan. Thanks, Jordan. I actually do remember the show briefly from my childhood, and I also think I owned a couple figures. We also have Geronimo Stilton in the Kingdom of Fantasy, imported from Italy, I believe. The game was a late PSP release in 2013, while the PlayStation Vita came out in 2012. It's developed by Virtual Toys and published by Atlantica Entertainment. I was a big fan of the books growing up. I think I had the full first series. This game is not based on the original line of books, but a later series called World of Fantasy. The game has minigames and puzzles with some lore elements. It gets bonus points because dialogues are fully dubbed in every language the game comes in.
Does the Kingdom of Fantasy really exist? And is it possible to travel to it? Perhaps yes. Perhaps. This is Geronimo Stilton, the protagonist of the adventures you're about to live. Geronimo Stilton is the editor of the Rodents Gazette, the most famous newspaper on Mouse Island.
We also have some PSP UMD movies, starting with He-Man, Best of Season 2 collection. Also got the original Fantastic Four. And finally, we have Final Fantasy, The Spirits Within. I own Advent Children. I remember watching that on PSP a lot when I was younger, but I've never seen or heard of this one. I had a lot of PSP pickups, so I split them into 2 videos. Stay tuned for part 2 in the future. I'm always picking up more games. Thank you guys for watching. There's a bunch more content on my channel. Subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you in the next one. Later.